Good morning. This is the first session in a while. We've missed so many for DBA Fundamentals, but the first session, well, did we have? No, we didn't have one in April. This is the first one. Today we're going to have Pinal DBA with 3 performance tuning tricks you want to know. And Pinal always does a great presentation. We'll get back to him in a few minutes. First, I've got a few housekeeping chores to do. Our sponsors who make all of this possible. Our biggest sponsor is SentryOne. Great products, great resources, great free downloads. I mean, there's not much you can say when you're out looking for great restaurants. You go, great food, great service, and affordable. SentryOne is all 3. One of the best downloads that I think you should go try is the Plan Explorer. It is super helpful in working with execution plans. It's so much better than Microsoft's. Not that Microsoft's is bad, but it's just a lot more understandable and easy to use. Go try it out. It's totally free, very useful to use. Our next sponsor is DB Watch. It's our newest sponsor. They have enterprise management software that goes across multiple types of products and multiple platforms. It's a complete solution. Go to dbwatch.com and try that out.
Hey Steve, we cannot see your video.
Oh, let me see. I'm glad you said something. Okay, hold on just a second. Let's see, probably because. Okay, is that better?
Yes.
There we
Sorry
go.
about that. So you guys, you heard me talk about our sponsors and Pinal. Anyway, that's the first time that we've used that little pre video, which we may do in the future a little bit here and there with Bert and other people, but mostly Bert, with just something while you're waiting. So kind of messed us up a little bit. Anyway, discount codes. If you're going to pass in the fall, everybody, every local user group and every virtual group has a discount code that saves you $150. We have something extra in that we put you in a pool, and we're doing something different this year. We're having multiple pools. We had one for $300, which everybody should have jumped on because there was only about 8 or 10 people in the pool. One person won a $300 Visa gift card. We had some funds that we had to give away or lose them, so we wanted to go ahead and do something for everybody else. But we're going to have another one to where we're giving away $250 Visa gift card before the next price break. Now, they don't tell us about when the price breaks are coming, obviously. That would be not very smart of them. But last year, they did another price break around June. I have a feeling there'll be another one about that time to where it'll go up another $300 or $400. So if you really want to save money and get a chance at at a $250 Visa gift card, now's the time to do it. There's our code, and you can go register multiple places. Just Google Pass Summit 2019 registration, and you'll go right to the registration page. Pass has speaking of other virtual groups, they have lots of other virtual groups. They've cut down on the number of virtual groups a little bit to where they can have a little bit more quality, but they've still kept a lot of diversity. It's across a lot of different areas and a lot of different languages, so you should be able to find something or probably multiple ones that you really like. SQL Saturdays are mini passes that are in areas usually close to you. you can go look up SQLSaturday.com and key in your location, and it'll tell you where the closest ones are and what their schedule is. Now, on this schedule, we actually have one that's close to Nashville and Atlanta, and Kevin is actually working with our group, is actually working with the Atlanta SQL Saturday, and he told me that it's almost full already, that they're almost at a waiting list level, and that's for May the 18th. And you see the rest of them there in the U.S. and then Latin America, and then in other parts of the world. We do record our sessions, and they'll be up on DBA Fun Tube probably within a day or two. They've made it pretty easy to do a turnaround now. But anyway, let's get on to Pinal. If you've been on the internet at all and you've been at DBA forums where people are asking questions, you have probably seen Pinal answer a question for somebody. He's probably answered thousands and thousands of questions out there. He knows a ton about performance, and he knows a ton about SQL, and he really, really loves telling people about it. I'm going to turn over the session to him just a second. Let's see. It's been a while since I've done one, so it's obvious. I'm going to turn it over to Pinal. Here we go. There you go, Pinal.
All right, then, fantastic. Give me 1 second, guys. This thing is interesting, and I think you guys should all see my screen now. So hopefully you can see my
Looks
screen.
good.
All right, good job. Hey, thank you, Steve. And thank you, Shane, Kevin, the organizers of this one. You guys put a great show. This is my favorite virtual pass event, right? Because the thing about this, I usually don't talk to anybody else except this one because I love you guys so much, and audience is pretty engaging. And now I already give you guys compliment that you guys are engaging. So today you guys have to prove yourself and ask me either question, have a conversation, leave something in a chat, or just go out in a Twitter and talk about it. Take a screenshot and post it. It's just fun. Definitely this is recorded, so taking screenshot is fine. And 3 performance tuning tricks you always wanted to know. You know what? These 3 things actually, most of the time what we do as a presenter, we just go and prepare things way in early. But this time, interesting enough, I prepared this session in last 1 week only, even though I was scheduled it for a while, because you know what, I just thought if I prepare it way earlier, it's not gonna be same fun, because that means I have a content which is not old and not relevant. So I asked my client and said, what you think you would love to see? And based on their feedback, I built these 3 performance tuning tricks. It is real. It is implemented at my customer's place in less than 7 days. And this was the most voted by my clients, saying, this is what we really think you should be doing for us. So those are the 3 things which we are gonna to see it. One of the things, so I am not big on a slide deck, so I am gonna go a little bit faster on the slides and get over with the part, and then we will be just talking fun demonstration. So by the way, one of my classes coming up just next Tuesday. So if you guys ever want to register, take a screenshot of it and you can write an email to me. For everybody who is the member or who has been watching this, I would hook you up with a discount, which is, you would be surprised that I can do it. It's just only for the people who are actually attending this workshop or this webcast live. For the rest of the people, sorry guys, you should be member of this virtual group. Now, all the scripts and everything which I'm going to show you, you can just go to go.sqlauthority.com, just drop your email, and I would be sending you free performance tuning scripts which you can use it and get started with it. Well, so I think, okay, so a couple of you said All right, said, can you bring the previous slide back? Here you go, the previous slide. This is it. And just take a screenshot. I'm going to count 3, 2, 1. And after I count 3, 2, 1, the slide is going to go away and we will not come back to PowerPoint for rest of the session. Is going to be fun. So there you go. 3, 2, 1. All right, then let's talk the fun stuff. SQL Server Performance Tuning. That's the thing which we wanted to talk about. By the way, guys, I want to show you one thing before I start. I am actually using SQL Server 2019 for today's presentation. So you just rest assured that everything which I am going to show you, it's for the latest version of the SQL Server. You can see that SQL Server 2019 is CTP 2.4, but everything which I'm going to show you, it's true for everything since 2000, maybe 2008. Maybe it's not supported, but you know what? Thing which I'm going to show you, it's true from maybe even 2000. So yeah, 19 years of the stuff which I'm going to show you, which works till today. So let's see. So I have a 3 demonstration and I'm going to tell you right now in front of you. You guys have to tell me which one you guys want to see. You can use the question and answer forum over here and tell me what you want to see. So I am going to show you that in the second. Meanwhile, you can tell me what actually you guys want to see. So here we go. There are 3 things I'm going to say. First one, which do you want to see? I'm definitely going to show you 3 of those one together, but I want to see which one you want to start with. So these are the 3 things I am writing down. And all right, so here you go. This is in front of you. These are the 3 things. Just use your question answer and tell me which order do you guys want me to present. Let's start. Do you want me to go 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 2 first, or however you want me to do it? And I have been watching this. This is fun. I love you guys engaging. We are so far, but we are so close. All right, so loving it, love the energy, how you guys are asking things in a chat window. I am going to stop the voting in the next 3 seconds. So if you have any choice, you guys can let me know. But right now, number 3 is the winner, which I can tell you. Everybody would love to talk about indexing. Good job, guys. So we are going to close, and the winning order I'm going to display. So if you want to influence me, what is second time? Okay, here you go. Winners are, here we go. All right. So that's here. And one of my friend is also in audience. I love that one. Hey, Kevin. Okay, so here is the order which you guys have asked me, and that's the order we are going to see. So 3, 1, and 2. All right. So this is the order. Good job. Thank you, guys. See, this is it. We are now friends. We are together in this, and I can't change anything. See, start with the first demonstration first. Meanwhile, feel free to ask any questions, real questions, and then we will talk about. Okay, so fun thing first, I am going to create a very, very, very simple table. Here you go. This is the script. I'm just creating the table, and it was already there, just like a bad presenter. I practiced everything first, and look at that. When you work very, very hard, run every demo multiple times, you face the error. Here we go. I just created first index, and now I am going to insert around 100,000 record in it. It says 100,000. So this is 100,000, correct? Anybody else has anything else to say? You guys can continue and talk about it. But I think it's pretty decent. It is, isn't it? It's 100,000. If it is not, feel free. Oh, all right. One person is saying you are bad at mathematics. It's 1 million. Thank you. I was just trying to check your eyesight, my friend. That's it. Nothing else. So this is the random data which I'm going to insert into my table. Guys, I have a question for you. Look at this. It's a 1 million record, and I am retrieving that 1 million record, and it's taking forever. And I think it's gonna take forever. It took around 18 seconds to insert this much of data. 18 seconds is really a lot about time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this so we just can see the time. I have a tiny bar on the bottom, but it's easier if we just see it. So now the first question comes, guys, pay attention. This is one more time when you can talk with me. So question to you is, now you can see when I run this query, it took 18 to 19 seconds. When I insert the same data into this, what do you guys think? How long will it take? Will it take more time or will it take less time? More or less? What do you guys think? Will it take more time or will it take less time? Okay, less, more, 1 second. I don't know. Time is relative. Okay, Einstein, I don't want that answer. Thank you very much. Time is relative. Love it. Yeah, well, but just tell me more or less. One person says it depends. Guys, don't say it depends. I don't say it depends ever in any of my session. It depends is for the weak people. Okay, so most of you are saying it will take more time. Good job. Let's see if it is taking more time or less time. I'm just going to let it run now with insert and we will see what will it do. And many of you are, yes, it definitely took way more time. I agree with you. It took around 4 seconds. So yes, 4 seconds is more than how much it was? 19 seconds. Yes. So let me just tell you 4 is greater than 19. Okay, I am not doing a sarcasm. Please just understand. Why would I make fun of you? You think I don't know maths? You are the one which told me that I don't know the mathematics. So, but let me tell you this. I'm not making fun of you right now. Please read it properly. 4 is greater than 19. That's the reality. Okay, all right. So I think few of you are saying explain. Good job. Yeah, always explain. Don't be just like, okay, good. Let me explain you. You know what? Right now it took 4 seconds. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the same select statement again, but I'm just going to save this in my notepad. Now after I do that, let me just run this one more time and let's see what happens, how long this query is going to take. I know it took a long time last time. And you know what? You guys are watching too. It's taking forever. Any guesses how long this time it will take? It's already that in the cache. It took 16 seconds. So now I'm going to ask you again 4 and 16. But look at this. I'm going to copy this. I think I need to always copy it because now when I copy and paste it, now you guys tell me what actually has happened. Look at this elapsed time. Definitely elapsed time is more, but look at the CPU time. CPU time is less. Okay, so the question when I ask you guys, will it take more time or will it take less time? Some of you, I think, might be thinking it's a CPU time. That's why you guys said it will take more time. Yeah, you are right. And some of you said it will take less time. And you might be thinking elapsed time, right? See, customers are never wrong. You guys are not wrong at all. You guys are correct, right? What do you guys say that? Do you see what just happened? See, this is the problem when I go to my customer place. This is the reason I do not like sometimes to directly talk to my customer because we are not on the same page. they look at things little differently and I look at things differently. So do this one favor to yourself today. Every single time when you are presenting or when you are talking about performance tuning with your customer or maybe your friend also, right? Always talk about CPU time, because that's what really matters at the end of the day. Look at this. Don't you think so? This time is almost double than this, because here we just have to select the data and here we have to select and insert. So it is double. Even the elapsed time was lost, because just so you guys know, okay, if anybody is here from Microsoft, guys, just don't get offended when I'm going to tell you truth, is that SQL Server Management Studio is not an amazing product. It's not an amazing product to display million records. Understand this, guys. Do you really want to see 1 million records on SQL Server Management Studio? I displayed 1 million record. Now, if I have to find something in a 1 million record, what I'm going to do? Page down, page down, page down, page down, page down, page down, or just export the data in Excel and search it? Guys, SQL Server Management Studio is not for that. Those things you can easily do if you write a where condition. All right, so now we are on the same page. Now let's talk about something important. So far, I was just trying to teach you 101 of SQL Server, and now I'm going to truncate the table. And we already know the time which our query takes. Please understand, when I'm inserting the data, elapsed time is around 4.4 seconds. This is our elapsed time. I think this is what we don't need right now to look at it. So I'm just going to move it. So query took around 4.4 seconds. Now I am going to create 10 indexes on this table. 10 indexes. Second question is coming up for you, my friends. So I created 10 index on it. And after creating 10 index, I am going to run the same 100,000. No. This time I know it's a 1 million. Same 1 million records now. What do you guys think? How long this query will take? Okay. Previously, it took 4 seconds, 4.4 seconds. Now I have created 10 indexes on it. How long this query will take? What do you guys think? More time, I get it, but give me some kind of mathematics here. Okay, one person said 12 seconds, second person said 20 seconds, another one says 23.44565. I think you are a little off by milliseconds, my friend. And another said 40. One person said more than 40. One person said 4 seconds. One person said, when you create index, I have seen my query running faster, so it will take less than 4 seconds. Another person said, do you really create a table on the same? Did you really create index on the same table? Yes, I did create it on the same table. What do you think? I'm just liking, you think I just like to make fun of you? Well, that is true. I like to make fun of you, but not in front of everybody. That would be just like when we are 101, I make fun of people, right? But not in front of you. I would just laugh in my mind, but not on your face. Oh, did I tell you my secret? Sorry. Okay, we will edit this part out. Okay, just organizer tell me that there is no editing facility. Next time, I would be careful. Okay, just guys. Okay, I think I got everybody's answer in. So good. Actually, one person said it correctly, and I'm going to run this thing. He said 10x. Let's see if it's really 10x or not. So query is running, and while the query is running, we can see how long it take. On the lower right corner, it says 7 seconds, 9 seconds, 10 seconds. Seconds are moving. Any guesses, guys? One of you can still guess it. Anybody who said 4 seconds, you guys know you guys have been wrong now. So yeah, move on to the larger number. Okay, let's see what happens. 27 seconds, right? Any guesses? Everybody who said it will take 40 seconds, guys, you guys might be right or wrong. We will know in just, oh, everybody is wrong who had guessed. So 4.4, so a lot of people thought, okay, there you go, 52 seconds. Okay, you can see that by just creating 10 index on the table, by just creating 10 index on the table, our query really went slow. So it is this is what I keep on telling people, that you guys have to be very careful about everything you create. So I think I will show you another script, and I should have been ready, but it's not. I presented this one in a SQL bits, and maybe let me just find the same script for you. And what you can do is you can just run another script, which I like to call unused index script. This script I am borrowing from myself only. So somebody said, are you taking script from online? Yeah, well, from me right now, when I run this query tells me that I have 10 indexes, and look at the user sick, which is 0. That means this index were not used at all, and this indexes were just part of slowing down my query's performance. So if I drop all these 10 indexes because they were not used, you can see my indexes are dropped. I'm back to heap, and when I run this query again, what do you guys think it will take? Previously it was taking 4.4. Now let's see how long it takes. Query going, query going, query going, and it was done again in a 4.4, 4.6. I would not invest myself in a 20 seconds, but here is the learning for you. You know what? When I go for performance tuning at my customer's place, and people always want to start with indexing, like you guys also wanted to start with indexing, isn't it? There was more fun stuff in compatibility in view, but you just wanted to see how the indexing work, just like my customer. Like, teach us indexing, and I have to tell them first thing, like, how about you just drop everything you created so far, because I know your indexes are so wrong, and most of the time when they drop the indexes, their performance increases. And like, how did that happen? I like, because look at you. When you created indexes, you had no idea how indexes works, and you just create them. And or there is a guy before you who created index, and you are just too scared to even touch that. How many? Okay, be honest. Have you have you ever been scared to drop an index which was not created by you? Be honest. I'm the only one who is seeing your right now your answers. Have you been ever scared to drop the index which you did not created? Yes, Mike says yes, Matthew says yes, and John, Steve, Micro, Amanda, and all of you are saying yes. And I promise you, I'll never say your name to your bosses. They are just being recorded. Okay. No, just kidding, guys. Don't worry about it. The point here is very simple. Indexes are bad for your system most of the time. So if you're not sure, just drop them and recreate them based on some smart scripts. So there are other scripts also available, right? There is a missing index script also. You can use this one, and based on this, it will give you the better scripts and things. So use your due diligence. And one person is asking, where can I get a missing index and unused index script? Okay, I'll show you. I have already displayed that once at the beginning of the session, but because you guys asked me, I'm going to show you one more time. Here it is. So you can download the free scripts. If you go to go.sqlauthority.com, drop your email address, and within 1 second, you will get confirmation email. Once you confirm it, you will get the free script for identifying the bad indexes as well as missing indexes, and that's it. You just get those 2 scripts immediately in your mailbox, and you can use them to improve the performance of your system. So yeah, why are you waiting? Just go ahead and do that right now. Meanwhile, I think I will show you a second demonstration which I wanted to show you. So let's go to a second demonstration, and no, this is the puzzle. Our second demonstration was, I think I forgot what we wanted to see. Oh yes, compatibility level. All right, this is the fun one, which is another. Hey, one more reason I really love Microsoft, because every year or another year they keep on coming up with a new version of the SQL Server. When Microsoft comes up with a new version of the SQL Server, do you know what that means? That means more money for performance tuning consultant. Really? I mean, think about it. Okay, let me ask you one simple question. Has it ever happened to you When you upgrade your SQL Server on a better hardware, better system, more power, more CPU, more memory, everything more and faster RAM, but your query runs slower. Has it ever happened to you? Just say yes if you want to be truthful, say no if you want to lie. Let's go. All right. All right. So many of you are saying when I upgraded, my system was running slow. I had no clue what to do, and I did 1, 2, and 3. Okay, there are 3 things once you can do. One, you can change the compatibility level. Second thing, you can run the query with the older compatibility levels and some query hints. Third thing you can do, you know what, all this thing you can do, but that's not the point. You need to understand one core point, that SQL Server is a Microsoft product and engineers are super smart. I really love them. They every year they keep on shipping more and more intelligent query engine bits, and it is our responsibility that we go and change our query such a way that our query perform always better. Let me show you. As you know, this is SQL Server 2019. I have run it somewhere. You can see that SQL Server 2019, and you can just run this thing in an earlier version of SQL Server as well. And look at this. I'm going to let the statistics IO on, and now I am going to tell SQL Server to behave like it's a SQL Server 2012, and I will run the query by compatibility level 110. Similarly, I will tell SQL Server to behave like 2014. Same way, 130 is for 2016, and 140 is for 2017, and 150 for 2019. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I am going to run a single query for different compatibility level. And do you know what that means? Actually, what it means is that a query is going to behave like it was running in a different version of SQL Server. So first time it's running for, I think, 2012, and then after it will keep on running for more version of the SQL Server. And once it is done, I'm also watching that logical reads and things. And once all the queries are ran from 22 to, so query is same, but I'm just changing the compatibility level, and that's it. Once that runs, we will see the output. And every time the query changes, I think the new optimizer is using the better, newer algorithm. A query is running behind the scene right now because I ran many queries. But once all the queries are done, you know, we will see and final output, and then we will make a decision. So queries are done, and here we go with this. So query number 1, which was running for 2012, you can see it took 30% cost. And there is some issue with the short over here, some warning. It says spill. I don't want to talk about spill. Some other time I'll come and talk about spill. Look at 27%. So this was actually SQL Server 2014. Query got a little bit improved from 30 to 27. And as soon as we start moving forward to 2016, it was 15%. 2017, it was still 15% to the query cost. So they definitely improved quite a lot. And when you move down to even 2019, it is running at 14% cost. So that is just improving the performance as we go. So changing compatibility level should be one of the tasks you should try out when you upgrade your system. Some people don't like to do it on a day one, but then that's fine. But you can gradually test it out on your dev system as well as staging and try this one out. This is the one setting I change, and I take a lot of money from customer, just so you know. Really, I'm telling you my business secret here, and that's fine. You know, you can just do the same way for your boss, your system, your computer, or if you're a consultant, do it for other people. Look at also one good thing about it. They all have a missing index warning, and you can see for here this missing index is impacting 52%, but when you see the original query, its only impact is 24%. So when you change this compatibility level, not only it starts getting a little better with the performance of the query, but you can see the side impact of it, or the other impact of that is it also gets you better results or better output or more return of investment from the indexes and objects which you are gonna to create. So you know what? it's really good. There is only one drawback over here, that if you are using any of the previous code which is deprecated and no longer working, it will give us error. But you know what, I will be honest with you, 639 customers since 2015, I have changed compatibility level and have yet to see a single error. Microsoft team is so busy that they would not go and deprecate things even though they say they would do it. And again, it's not a complaint, it's just observation. There is so much code inside our system which they might want to remove, but they may not remove because they are investing their time and energy in just giving us a better product. So if they are more busy, it's more fun for us. So yep, many of you are saying compatibility level. Can you explain us a little bit more? All right. I have already explained what I wanted to explain, but what I can do is I am going to show you where that setting exists. So go to properties of the database. Okay. And over here, you can click on the options. Under option, there is a third drop down over here, and which is talking about compatibility level. This is the setting. You know what, in Microsoft SQL Server there are around 12 to 18 settings like this. When you change it, you immediately get performance tuning boost. I love that. This is why I love SQL Server. There are settings like this which are just there in a plain sight, and they are continuously improving performance of SQL Server when we change it. But people do not change that and prefer to have poor performance. I always prefer to have this to the latest one after proper testing of my system. And it is worked out in the queries which are not working fine. I would go and fix them. That is what I would do. But I would definitely go and run my system with higher. And this is just one setting. There are so many settings in a scope configuration. There are so many settings in a file. There are also things about query store, and options is where we are, and you can do quite a lot of things, and you can get the best performance out of it if you just configure your SQL Server properly, and your performance will be out of the rooftop. Yeah, that's what it does. But you know what, we are like lazy people. This is just database setting. If you go to even properties of the SQL Server over here, also we have a setting related to memory. There is a settings related to processors, and also a setting related to database settings and connection. Oh, eagle eye, there is one person we said, what would, are you running your SQL Server on Linux? I really love your question. Yes, I am. I am actually running SQL Server 2019 on operating system Ubuntu. I'm running on Linux. Have you ever thought we will be running this thing on Linux? Yes, you probably can see all this right now. You're like, oh no, it doesn't look like it looks like Windows. Yeah, it is Windows. And what I'm doing, it's a fun thing. And this is why I love SQL Server. So look at this. I am actually running a Docker over here. So on my Windows, I have Docker, and Docker is actually settings. So Docker is actually this Docker is running on Windows, and on this Docker, I am actually running SQL Server, which I'm accessing with SQL Server Management Studio, or which is on a Windows. So yeah, fun, isn't it? So I have Windows, where I have Docker, where I have Linux, where I'm running SQL Server images. What? Cannot believe this. Yeah, but certain things won't work if you're on a Linux. Look at this. Certain things doesn't work the same way on Linux. That's given there. You read the documentation, right? We are documentation expert, and you need to use the PowerShell to restart and things. So I am learning PowerShell, though I am not big fan of the PowerShell, but more I learn, more I'm getting fan of the product. And I feel like why didn't I start about learning this PowerShell earlier? I think this can be very interesting thing. Let's go back to our topic. You eagle eyes guy, you just made me talk about things which really does not matter, or it does matter maybe, huh? And there is fun stuff. All right, while we are on a topic, I have a question. Parallelism is amazing. This settings is very, very critical for your performance. So does this, and we know what these settings do. But my question to all of you is that any of you know what this lock is about? What this setting of log is doing in the parallelism settings. What is it doing actually? What is it doing? What is it has to do with the parallelism too? Can anybody answer me? If you give me the correct answer, what I can do for you is send me an email with the correct answer at pinal@sqlauthority.com. If you get me a correct answer, what the lock is doing, I would give you a one free entry to my course SQL Performance Tuning for Everyone, which is coming on April 23rd or 2019. One free entry of USD 1000 worth. So this is the homework for you. Just get me the correct answer and you may qualify. If you are the first one to answer, you may qualify for free entry for my workshop next Tuesday, where you can learn about a lot of things which I'm talking, but way more than that. We will have more fun than this, because we'll have more time, and yeah, free entry too. But you need to be you should tell me that you should be part of this virtual group, otherwise I won't do that. Now this brings me to my final question, final demonstration, which I wanted to talk about. And I think I forgot what was it doing? Oh yeah, view and performance. All right, guys, ready for the magic? I'm going to show you something which is going to be fun. Okay, so I think suddenly a lot of people are talking on a chat window that that setting lock is doing. Guys, you have to definitely, you can post it in a question answer or chat, but I prefer you send me an email, and I can do this for you. So now let's go to this very, very interesting demonstration about views. So how many of you use views? Just say yes, yeah, anything, and no bad word allowed. I will kick you out of the thing. So yeah, yes, okay. As soon as you say bad word, people has to type a bad word. Yeah, I don't know why we are just so tempted to do things, but all right, seems like everybody uses view. Oh my God, this is going to be fun. Okay, so all the view fans, put your seatbelt on a chair. I don't want you guys to fall off. I think Steve, you should have given a safety warning to these people, Steve, Shen, and Kevin. Guys should have given them safety warning, because what I'm going to show you, and if they fall off of the chair, who owns the liability of them? As a presenter, I don't think so. I don't take any liability if any of you fall off. Okay, so please make sure you have proper seat belts. Yeah. Okay, so Shane is saying we will provide seat belt next time. Will you pay? No, I don't pay. I have already used my seat belt when I come from home. I bring with me. Sometimes I use it in airlines, and they don't like me to use my seat belt. I always say that your seat belt is what is the guarantee? How much is tested, right? Many people used it. I like my own seat belt, which is always working perfectly. So yeah, so coming back to our demonstration, man, why you guys are always distracting me with the conversation? Let's see the view. I am going to ask a very interesting question after I create a view. So guys, please note, this is the definition of the view, just the definition of the view. I am creating that definition of the view over here. Yeah, and guess what? That object already exists, always exists. All this thing always exists, because I try my demonstration before I come to you. Now, I have a question for you. My question to you is that, all right, please be ready. This is the fun question. And if you miss this question, I will not repeat it. So question is this: when I have this view, I'm selecting data from the view, and I have a where condition. This where condition is just duplicate of this where condition. So when I run like this, and run this together, which one of this will be faster? Remember, this view already have this condition. Now I'm applying the same condition one more time. Which one of this will be faster? All of you view experts, I would like to know your answer. Query on a top or bottom, first or second? Let's see what your answer is, and your time starts now. Top, bottom, first or second, any of the answer would be fine. Let's see what you guys have to say. Take many of you are saying top would be faster because second one would have a repeated condition. I like how you are thinking, and I think you guys have an extensive experience with using view. That's why you are saying the top will be faster. But we will know when we see the execution plan, and you can see both of them are same because SQL Server know this is the redundant condition and it would ignore them. You guys are still thinking SQL Server team doesn't know all this thing? You guys are still thinking you are better than them? At least I know I am better than them, but I don't tell loudly. Okay, so just kidding. No, they are a smart bunch of people and I learn a lot from them. And sometimes I teach them as well. But yeah, those moments are actually very less. I teach them all the bad practices. Don't do this. And they say, oh, people do this kind of stuff. We only learn from you, Pinal. And I said, like, yeah, that's true. Oh, now let's coming back to our point. So you guys have seen it that SQL Server is smarter. So now my question to you, what happens if I compare three of them? So my original query, I'm comparing with view, and I'm comparing that with this view with additional condition. Now, can you guys tell me which one will be faster? Will this query, naked query will be faster, or the view will be faster? What do you guys think? View or query? View or query? View or query? Let's see your answers. Your time starts now. And come on, guys, it's okay to be wrong. You guys know, anyway, I'm always wrong most of the time. Every time I go to ice cream parlor, pick an ice cream, and my choice is always wrong, and my wife's choice is always better. So I always end up taking her ice cream. So you know what? We all know we know to make a bad choice, and so my wife nowadays picks the ice cream which she does not like it. And so because she knows I'm going to steal her ice cream because she always picks the better ice cream. So now I run all these three and let's see the answer. Again, you distracted me. It's all fault of this Shane and Kevin. Okay, now I run all these three together. See the execution plan, 33, 33. Woo, the last one is 34, but it's just because of rounding. All of them are actually same. If any of you thought view would be faster than the query, I don't think so. You know how to use view. View is just an envelope on the top of it. It's not. A lot of people say, aren't they are like memory optimized? Like, no, you make up all this thing and all this, the words yourself. Otherwise, those kind of thing does not exist outside. So anyway, coming to the point, they are all giving us the same performance. So what about index view? You guys understand, right? Indexes are just bad and you just create index on a top of view. Sometimes it works, sometimes it does not work, but I am not a big fan of the view. I have never used view in my career, but I love my customer when they use view because I ask 3 questions when I go for performance tuning consultation. And let me just type in the 3 questions for you. If you want, you can also ask the same question. So question number 1, I always ask them how many indexes you have on your main table. So main table, which is like, I like to say any of the table which is like critical table for you, like SMS and things. If they say 10 indexes, I know his performance is bad. I can just go drop 4 or 5 of those indexes and get immediate performance. And the second question I ask them, do you use views? If they say yes, haha, I know their performance is really bad, and by converting couple of view to store procedure or just simplifying the views, I can immediately get them performance. There you go. Yes. And the third and final question, I always ask if they say yes and yes. My third question is much simpler. Said, do you prefer to pay online via credit card or check card, right? I mean, I give both the options. So if they want to pay by credit card, I love it. Check card is better because I pay less money on it. Okay, some people say, what is check card? Oh, you can call it debit card also. So bank card, they pay the charge is less. So this is matter. Like if you say credit card, I will tell you more money, little 10% more money. If you say debit card, I'll give you 10% discount. There you go. Okay. Oh, you guys figured that one out. Now, coming to our view demonstration, okay, let's see. Oh, many of you are saying I have a yes for first two and I would like to hire me. Good, good. We'll talk about this later on. Send me email at pinal@sqlauthor.com. Okay, coming to the point, here it is. Now my real question to you guys. Everybody pay attention now, okay? All fun stuff, leave on side. If you minimize the screen, time to maximize it. And if you are drinking coffee, put the mug down. Now, question to you is, I know that SQL Server knows what is redundant and what is not redundant. I'm just changing the fonts to 100. I know this will make it a little smaller, but it's important that everything is in front of us in a single screen. So those people who has a trouble watching the screen, no worries. I made the font again to 125. Now, please note, if I have a requirement to add one more column, to my table, how will I do? If I am using view, I cannot go and change the view again and again. That means, think about this way. If this is the view and if I'm using it 100 place and only one of that 100 place needs an additional column, I go and change the view, my rest of the 99 place will also get that additional data and I will waste their query's performance. The best thing is that if I need an additional column, I would just go and join my view. I mean, I will add the join to my view, or not here, I think here it is. If I view and if I need additional condition, additional column, I will add an extra join. I'll add an extra join to my view and run that. That's how you would do. So now your business requirement was you need to add an extra column to your original query. In regular case, you would just add this column, but as this is view, and if you want that additional column, you will have to join the additional table, which you can see here and which is similar to this one. Remember, the same join already exists inside my view. So this is kind of redundant. Microsoft SQL Server knows how to read it. Now, when I run this to query, which query will be faster? What do you guys think? Okay, this is the last question of the day. Last question of the day. Which query will be faster? The one which joins to the view, or both will be same, or the original query? Just see, tell me which one works faster. Remember, Microsoft knows that there is a redundant join and it knows how to ignore it. Same, I'm going to count. The speed of the answers are much slower right now. And I think because people are confused. I think you guys are not using view. No, that's not true. Everybody uses view. When you add an additional join to the view, let's see what happens. Let me run the original query. And let's measure the time. It took 2 seconds. Now, let me run the view and see how long it takes. It will also take 2 seconds. No, okay, it's going. Okay, hold on, excuse me. I think query will stop. Deep breath. No, let me drink some water. Nope, it's not working. Query is still running. I don't know what to do. You know what? All of you can just go right now and come back tomorrow. Query might be still running. This is what happens sometime when you use view. So This is the reason why many times people using view and they get poor performance. That's why when I know my customer are using view, I am very, very sure they have a no view strategy. And because why do I know they don't have a view strategy? Because nobody has a view strategy. Tell me your view strategy. I don't think so you have one, and I don't think so any organization has any standard document around it. This is the reason why I do not like view. The query is running for 1 minute. I'm going to stop this one. You know why I'm going to stop it? The reason is simple. I allow my Linux machine. I don't want it to be trouble more than it. So I stopped it. How do you fix it? I was really called in to fix this query's performance, and I'll tell you how I fixed this query's performance. I just had added one word distinct, and do you see what happens? I've added word distinct. What happened? This query ran in 1 second. Now when I run the second query with a view with a join, it runs in not 1 seconds. Oh, but it finished in 5 seconds now. Previously it ran for a minute. By just adding the word distinct, it finished in 5 seconds, the same view. All right, then this is the time which we had, so we are pretty much done. Any questions? I am just asking you guys. Any questions? All right. I showed you something very interesting right now. So are the views are bad for performance? Yes, you can see most of the time because you do not have a strategy. One person is saying, why did you use the word distinct? That was the question I was waiting for. How many want to know what is the reason? How did I come up with the word distinct and I was able to improve the query's performance? Who wants to know this answer? Just say yes. If I have 100 yes, I will answer you. If I have 99, I will not answer. Let's see. How many yes we had? All right, only 6. All right, organizer says yes too, so I think I count that. So 100 into all right, guys, I think I already have over 50, 80. I can't count it anymore. You guys really want to know? I will tell you this. I had no idea when I used the distinct why it worked better, but I can tell you one thing. When I used the distinct, the query execution plan was heavily changed, and it really give me better performance. And the performance when I compare the query's execution plan, still bad to original query, but when I use the distinct, query optimizer rewrote the algorithm and everything, and I was able to get a better performance out of it. Even if you look at it, there is some performance lost in here, but overall, both of them are still comparable in terms of performance. So yes, I think with the help of distincts, I was able to do it. Now the question you may ask, why did I come up with a distinct? I tried. When a customer called me, I tried nearly 100 things. I use distinct, I use group by, I use option, I use every single trace flag, I use every single hint I know different join hints, I use a different kind of loop join, this kind of join, anti-semi join. I tried 100 different things, but at one point when I used the distinct, suddenly I got performance. There is really no blueprint how you can get performance out of the view. But yes, if you are good at playing, like I figure it out, if you are good at a guessing game, or if you have a history of winning games of the chance of luck, I think you can definitely try to optimize the views and you might get a better performance. Otherwise, views are really crazy. Yes, that's what it is. So, things like this, these are just one of those things. I discuss similar things in my class. Take a screenshot. If you really want to sign up, which is in next Tuesday, I will give you 30 days recording of it too. If you to everybody who is attending the class, if you sign up for the class, I'll also give you a discount, and I'll also sign you up all for a 30 days recording after the session where I discuss similar things, and it would be really fun. But yeah, so these are the things. So don't use views as much, and just don't create too many indexes. There are better way to get performance. You do not have to use indexes to get performance. And with this, we are right at the top of the hour where we want to be, and I'm going to give it hand over to my dear friend Steve to take over. So thank you guys for listening. All of you 900 people, thank you.
Thank you, Pinal. It's always We always learn a lot, and we always come away enthused because your enthusiasm is contagious. So we always love having you here. Everybody, please send information into Pinal and try to sign up for his class because this guy deserves, oh my gosh, he deserves an audience like it's huge. So anyway, just wanted to let you know that we're going to have 2 good sessions coming up in May. Glenberry on May the 7th will be selecting and sizing database hardware for OLTP performance. He's one of the best guys out there on selecting hardware. And we've got Kendra Little with DevOps Fundamentals in May the 21st. And go ahead and use our code to sign up for PASS. As somebody pointed out, and we've had a couple of people point this out, it doesn't work on the full option to where you select 2 precons and pass. I wish it did, but they consider that they were giving you a discount on that too, so they don't group discounts together. So sign up for that, and you will be eligible for our $250 drawing for a Visa gift card. And let's just say we've never had more than 60 people sign up. So you're always in a pretty small pool of people, so the chances are pretty good. Anyway, thank you, Pinal, thank you everybody, and we'll see you. Oh, we may have a Burt Wagner thing that starts 5 minutes before next time also, so don't be surprised if we do. Thank you. Thanks, Pinal.
It was so much.
Uh,
Thank you, everybody.